Yeah, my name's David Riley. I live at Croydon Boggabri. Been there for 11 years. Sort of been mucking around with farms now for, I suppose, the last 30 years. I think the biggest change has been the weather. We go through longer periods of dry weather, which means that the grasses and those sort of things and even trees, I've seen trees suffering. But I think the biggest thing at the moment is the weather. There's just no consistency in it. Yeah, that's been the biggest change I've seen in the last 10 years.
Dave Riley has always been interested in the environment and certainly improving the environment on his property, and he farms the land, but he's also very aware of the sensitivity of the wetlands and billabongs on his area. He was more than happy to undertake some tree planting under this program. He had also been involved in a wetlands project previously where he fenced off the wetland, excluded the stock and allowed that natural regeneration of vegetation to happen.
Working with them for probably about 4 years now with small projects. This is probably one of the biggest projects we took on at the moment. Planting trees and doing fencing. Today we've been planting trees. We've got a good crew there at the moment sort of planting a few trees. We're planting trees at the moment about 12 metres apart along boundary fences to allow this corridor. We're trying to build a corridor to link Watson's corridor with our corridor. So we're in the process of putting trees in the day, put rip lines in and just putting different species of trees in at the moment.
This project that he's undertaking now, it's a huge effort, a lot of trees and a lot of time and effort's gone into the planning of this, so Dave's certainly positive about the outcomes that will be achieved on his property. We now have a highly regulated river system which brings about issues for fish and fish habitat alone. Over the years, obviously, some of the weed species have taken hold and a lot of the native vegetation has been suppressed by those weeds. Certainly the changes over the last 5 to 10 years is perhaps with landholder perceptions about what a good river should be like. They're changing their minds about perhaps how they're managing their land, looking to get more revegetation happening along the rivers and certainly control weed species.
I think if you can be encouraged by the department to actually do these sort of things on your land, I really can't see why you shouldn't. If it helps you do a bit of fencing, put a few trees up, and also helps the environment. And it is a good partnership. They've been very, very good to us. Pretty easy to get along with. So I think if they come along and offer you to some sort of subsidy or some sort of rebate or something to do these sort of things, I think you should do it.
No, I think it's really positive what landholders are hoping to achieve out of these projects. We have 10-year ongoing commitment by the landholder to maintain the works, and I think that's really important. We can go ahead and do all these on-ground works, but we need someone to take ownership for the projects themselves, and the landholders who we've got on board for this project certainly have done that. They've made the commitment to follow up with weed control and look after those plants that have been planted as well.
Yes, I think we've got all good obligations to actually look after the land. I think if we can have something or get something that wasn't very well looked after when you grab something or bought something, we can improve and make it better and hand it on to somebody else where they said, this is what this person's done, hasn't done a good job. If it made it that much easier for them to run it and the land itself is that more productive, that's what we should be aiming for. We should be improving on it so that they've got something they can cherish and say, this is what we've done over the last 30 years or 40 years or whatever, and run with it and run well with it.